Have you ever felt like learning English was all about pressure, memorizing rules, passing tests, or speaking fast, even when your heart wasn't in it? At Trueling, we believe English can feel like a quiet walk at night, steady, reflective, and deeply personal. If you're ready to learn with feeling, not just formulas, like this video, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments. It was a cool night in Bucharest. The streets were still and silent. A soft breeze moved through the narrow roads, brushing gently against the trees and pushing dry leaves across the sidewalks. Emil pulled his coat tighter and stepped out of his apartment. He didn't have a plan. He just wanted to walk. The city looked different at night. Familiar buildings appeared softer under the golden streetlights. Shadows stretched long and curved across old walls. The usual noise, cars, people, voices, was gone. Everything moved more slowly. He crossed the street. The light from a small lamp post flickered gently. He followed it, and then the next one. Each lamp formed a circle of light on the ground, like stepping stones in the darkness. He thought quietly to himself, "The lights are leading me." That sentence stayed in his head. He repeated it, "The lights are leading me." His shoes made a steady tapping sound on the pavement. A man walked past him, hands in his pockets, eyes low. A cat leapt from a trash bin and disappeared into the dark. The wind passed again, lifting Emil's scarf slightly. He kept walking. He wasn't looking for anything, but something in him felt like searching. The lights continued, one after the other, marking a path, not to a destination, but through a feeling. Emil whispered, "I'm walking through silence." He liked how that sounded in English. I'm walking through silence. And the silence is speaking to me. He stopped beside a low stone wall and leaned on it. On the other side was a small courtyard, empty except for a tree whose bare branches reached toward the sky like questions. Emil took out his phone and opened the camera, not to take a picture, but just to let the screen light reflect on his face. He watched himself for a moment. His expression was calm, maybe even thoughtful. He whispered, "I feel real here." Not because he was in Romania. Not because of the cold. But because of the stillness, and the words that arrived with it. He continued walking. A tram passed quietly at the far end of the street. The windows glowed like tiny lanterns. Inside, people sat, tired from the day, lost in their own thoughts. One girl leaned her forehead on the glass, staring out into the dark. Emil smiled. He said, "We are all following lights." The sentence stayed with him. It felt both true and beautiful. He turned down a smaller street. A string of warm yellow bulbs hung across the alley above him. Below them, a bakery's window gave off soft light. Inside, two workers cleaned trays, moving slowly, talking quietly. The smell of sweet bread floated outside. Emil closed his eyes and inhaled deeply. The night has flavor, he thought. That sentence surprised him. He whispered it, "The night has flavor." He sat on a nearby bench and listened. The city was quiet, but not empty. There were footsteps, distant laughter, the hum of a bike as someone passed behind him. Emil looked up. One light above him flickered and then held steady. He thought, "I am learning English one light at a time." Not from a classroom. Not from a test. But from this moment, this city, this walk. He smiled and stood up. He continued down the street, quietly repeating words to himself. The lights are leading me. I feel real here. The night has flavor. We are all following lights. And then, language lives in moments like this. By the time he returned home, his steps were slower. His thoughts softer. And his connection to English, deeper. In this story, you heard expressions like, I'm walking through silence, the night has flavor, and language lives in moments like this. You also saw how quiet time and personal reflection can help you learn natural English in a meaningful way. If this kind of learning feels true to you, like the video, subscribe to Trueling, and share a time when the night helped you find new words. See you in the next video.